Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 bed defenses for Solo Bedwars. That's right, the top 5 Solo Bedwars bed defenses. So let's get right to it. At number 5, we have the elongated wood defense, I guess you could call it. It's basically something like this. It requires 16 wooden planks, and basically it's just this. You got your bed in here, and then you surround it with wool. So basically it's kind of elongated, so anyone coming in here, they'll have to break like 2 blocks to get your bed. But of course you can. The one weakness on this is why this bed defense is number 5 is because it is only 1 block to break the bed from here. But it does make it easier to defend if you can force them to break this block, or some people don't know how to play Bedwars and they break this block. Yeah, so that's why it's number 5. It does have a downside is that this side is only 1 block and then you can get to the bed. But on this side, it does help provide you some extra protection. Alright, and it is only 4 gold for 16 wooden planks, so a nice cheap defense. But let's head on over to the 4th best bed defense in Solo Bed Wars, and that is going to be no bed defense. You heard that right. No bed defense. You just don't defend your bed whatsoever. No, I'm just joking. It is a viable strategy, though. You can go with no bed defense. I don't see it as a bad idea if you are really good at attacking. But generally, I guess that doesn't really count as bed defense because you're not really defending your bed at all. But anyways, you definitely can get, like, I've gone games of not defending my bed, and I've won games like that. Though eventually I have, I don't think I've ever, I don't think I've ever won a game where I haven't, a solo game at least, where I haven't covered my bed. I've at least eventually at some point put some wool over it. But anyways, let's head into the 4th best bed defense, and that is something kind of interesting. There are multiple versions of this bed defense, but it's 16 iron, so pretty cheap. You're gonna put clay. I believe it's 16 iron. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you'll see. You have hardened clay around here like this, and then you just kind of go with the butterfly hardened clay. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the wool to put where you would put if it was a regular butterfly defense. It's like this. And this is a really solid, cheap Bed Wars bed defense for solos, right? And the main thing about solos is it's just got to be cheap, and you'll see as the theme for all these bed defenses is it's cheap. Solo Bed Wars, in Solo Bed Wars, like, you really can't spend so much time and resources on a bed defense because it's just not worth it. You want to spend time attacking. And this bed defense does not include any gold, and most of these bed defenses do not include any or very little gold because you want to be using that gold for other stuff like TNT and golden apples, right? So anyways, this is the 4th best bed defense. And yeah, basically you've got to get to your bed, anyone has to break at least 2 blocks from any side. Alright, so it's 2 blocks here, and they will have to break at least 1 block of clay. So if they don't have a pickaxe, it will take some time. You could use endstone, but clay, I mean, anything like endstone would be fireball proof. This one is not fireball proof, but it definitely is cheaper. And endstone is 24. What is it? 24 iron. So definitely much cheaper to use clay. So anyways, that is the 4th best bed defense. Now let's move on to the 3rd best bed defense, and it's going to be the plain old simple 1 layer of wool. Yes, that is correct. I use this bed defense a lot. I pretty much use it every time now, and you know it works, man. It works. Why? Because, well, it's not even like it's not even a full 16 blocks of iron that you would get for paying 4 iron, right? It's actually 8 blocks of wool, so technically 2 iron, and you get a bed defense down. All right. In Solo Bedwars, you want to be spending your time attacking other people's beds, not defending your bed. I mean, yes, defend your bed when you can, but you shouldn't be spending your time, like most of the game, in your own base, like creating a mega bed defense, because that doesn't help you, and that's not really the strat to win Solo Bedwars. I mean, you can win it, of course. You can win the game in any fashion sometimes, but majority of the time, yeah, stick with a simple. All these are just simple, cheap bed defenses. All right. So moving on to the number 2 bed defense, and this number 2 bed defense really is a carryover from this one. So this one you've got in, I guess it's the elongated wood defense, as I call it. Basically you can do the same thing, and this is a very cheap bed defense, and I think it's one of the best bed defenses, of course, in all game modes, of course. You're just gonna do that elongated wood, and then you're gonna place wool here. Okay, and there you have it. Basically, anyone, of course, they'll have to break at least 2 blocks. They will either need to break 2 blocks of wood, right, or they'll need to break a block of wool and a block of wood from every side. So it's very effective, cheap. It would cost 4 gold for the wood, and then you're gonna need to spend 4 iron for the blocks, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 10 blocks of wool, and there you have it. It's a nice, cheap bed defense. So then, I guess we can move on to the number 1 bed defense for Solo Bedwars, and that is going to be another carryover from a previous bed defense, and it's going to be carryover from this one. All right, so basically, you're going to go with the 1 layer of wool, and then you're just gonna put another layer of wool. And this is really effective because when people see a defense of more than 1 layer, it generally is a bit more intimidating psychologically. If someone sees this wool defense, like, they'll go for it. Like, generally, like, when I go to mid in Bed Wars and I'm chilling and deciding who to target, I look for the easiest bed to take down. And this would be probably the most tastiest looking bed defense out of all of these. That one too, I guess. But some of these, like, with more layers, definitely look more intimidating. And just putting an extra layer of wool, it's not that much more expensive. Just putting an extra layer of wool just helps. And people might not think that it's just wool, easy to break. They might think that there's other blocks inside of it, and might buy tools, upgrade their tools, you know, force your enemies to spend money or resources, whatever you call it. So yeah, this, I would say, is the number 1 best bed defense for Solo Bed Wars, at least. I would not recommend, I mean, yes, you can use this. I do recommend, I guess, this Bed Wars, this bed defense for other game modes, but it would not be the number 1 in, like, 3s or 4s. Alright, but yeah, for Solo Bed Wars, generally I stick with this defense. And if you have time, that's when I add extra layers of wool to make this defense. And if you have, like, and the game keeps going on for long, you can just, like, spam blocks and just add more wool, and it just looks like more intimidating, and people will come here and go, oh, where do I start, right? Basically, if you do this and just put wool everywhere, people won't really know where to start, and they'll just, like, kind of, and then they'll, like, if you're back at base, then they're gonna kind of start looking around to find the best place, and then you can easily kill them. Alright, so yeah, that wraps it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and just remember that these are actually all my personal opinions. There's no definitive list of best Bed Wars bed defenses, and it also, the meta of Bed Wars changes over time, so yeah, I think in 2020, these bed defenses are all very effective in solos. I would say this one is the best one. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.